Hello, everyone. I'm here today with Dmitriy Baimuratov of Crypto Group. How's it going, Dmitry?
Hey, I'm really good actually. So, how you?
I'm doing great. And especially, I love getting news from around the world of new people everywhere starting to get to accept Dash for everyday business. And it seems like you've done a pretty good job of that so far. Can you tell a little bit about your proposal that you submitted to the Dash Masternode network?
Yes. So, the actual proposal was about getting other businesses, small and medium businesses, started accepting cryptocurrency. So at first it was Bitcoin because it's like the biggest one. People know that, and also Dash. And we've chosen Dash because it is really fast. And knowing that Dash Evolution is going to be really soon, we believe that it will bring a lot of user friendliness basically for our clients, and that itself will be really beneficial for our customers.
So, if
So
I understand correctly, part of the proposal was to create or make an integration to a point of sale system that would make it easier to accept cryptocurrency. Is that correct?
yep. So basically what we've done, we've partnered with one of the major software providers here in Ukraine, Profit Solutions, and also we've right now are making some other integration with different POS systems. So it will cover not only Ukraine, but also Russia and some different parts of Europe, I guess. And what we've done so far is basically anybody who wants to pay with cryptocurrency, he and this particular restaurant or other business goes to this place. All that he has to do is to ask waiter for a receipt for a bill, uh, that will allow him to pay with cryptocurrency. And then the waiter will basically give him such bill, and the user can scan it. And there is, as you can see here, the amount of Dash and all the other information that is necessary for legal parts of this whole integration.
So, does the actual restaurant or the other business, do they keep the Dash or do they have to hold on to it, or is there some sort of a conversion to other currency?
Actually, what we are doing is we accept Dash or whatever cryptocurrency, and the business itself, it takes hryvnias. So we are sending every single month some portion of money to the bank account, from our bank account to their bank account, and then we make we basically decrease the amount of money that has to be on their bank account. So, for instance, some person have eaten for like 150 hryvnias, right? And the deposit for that particular restaurant was like 5,000 hryvnias, right? So we basically decrease every single time the number of the amount of money. So 5,000 minus 150, 150 hryvnias. So we have like 4,000 or whatever hryvnias for that particular restaurant. And so we all of that we keep up for every single business, not only for restaurants. And so we can actually follow all of that and track how many transactions did this particular restaurant or other business had, and some other stuff as well.
Interesting. Is there a way for a business to keep a portion of that in cryptocurrency?
Right now it's not, because it's not in our legal type of thing in Ukraine, but we are waiting for September when there will be an official legal status of cryptocurrency here in Ukraine. I hope it's going to be positive, because we've had a lot of other positive stuff in the last few months even. So I hope it's going to be good.
Hmm. What's been the what's been the thing that you find is works when selling a business on taking cryptocurrency? What's the one thing that excites them about that?
Uh, from the best part, I guess they are excited about the new possibilities of accepting some new form of payment, and also that it will be some sort of like PR campaign for their restaurant as well. But the best thing is that they will get some new clients, I guess.
Hmm.
And
Is
they
how
also, yeah, and they also are fascinated about this whole technology. Not everybody, but those who are, we really appreciate those.
Yes, definitely. Is there a fee decrease by using cryptocurrency? So, for example, I know there's some payment processors that will convert cryptocurrency for like 1%, right? 1% fee. And the Square point of sale system, which is the most common one in the United States for small businesses, it's that little small white tablet. And they charge 2.7% for credit card transactions. And so,
Mm.
is there a lower fee associated with using cryptocurrency through this kind of point of sale system?
Yep. So right now we have a free, basically, transactions. So the business itself who accept cryptocurrencies, they don't pay for using it. So maybe in the future we'll have like maximum like 1%, but right now it's free. So that's kind of cool. The clients pay some commission of this of the Dash network, for instance, and the business itself, it doesn't pay. It doesn't pay for integration, it doesn't pay for education and for all of the other services that is related with
Yes,
that.
that sounds like a very good selling point for especially a smaller business like a
Mhm.
coffee shop that has a lot of small transactions that normally would have to be eaten up in credit card fees. Instead, you can just skip all those fees with crypto. So, what are some of the things that have made it difficult to approach businesses?
So right now our strategy is the following. So we have a database of the clients from Profit Solutions, and we also have the database from the other software provider. So that's kind of cool. They have about 2 to 5,000 of clients. So what we are doing is that we are contacting all of those clients from the Profit Solutions at first, and if they agree, we are installing this feature basically. And so if they not, they will do that eventually, because after 20, 50, 100 businesses will allow to accept crypto, they will eventually agree to do that as well.
Hmm. Now, how easy is it to get cryptocurrency in Ukraine?
To get cryptocurrency, I guess it's not that hard, because right now we have the official exchange, asset exchange. It's Kuna exchange, I guess. And we also have some other smaller exchanges, and also there is some option like local bitcoins, because why not?
Hmm. So it's not a lot of barriers to, for example,
Yeah,
getting Dash. It's not that hard. You could just say,
not that
just tell
hard. Yeah.
someone, go here, get it.
Plus, the community in Ukraine is really big. I know the person who've been in LA, in California, and he told me that the community is much smaller there than here in Kiev, Ukraine. It's really fun, actually.
Yes, that's always an interesting thing about how different communities spring up around these things. Here in New Hampshire, I have a very good time with the Dash community. There's lots of people who I can get to personally buy or sell, or lots of businesses. But then you get other places that you don't see anyone. So it's very good that you decided to do all this in a crypto rich environment, right? So, what do you think is the biggest selling point about cryptocurrency for Ukraine in general? And what I mean by that is obviously, so with Dash, it can do very many things, but different people care about different things. For example, in the United States, payment solutions are pretty good already. There's a lot of that. Banking services work, everyone has access to them. It's as a payment system, while Dash is better, it's not the first thing. There's not a big need for that. Some people don't want to deal with financial privacy issues related to, for example, credit cards. Like there was just that big hack where a bunch of like 209,000 credit card numbers in the United States got lost, got compromised, right? So there's some of that, and then you get to, for example, there's a strong Dash community in Venezuela right now, and they have the one very big selling point there is they have with Dash they can have money that does not lose its value every single day very quickly. And so, what's the scene like in Ukraine? What's the big reason, the reason why people would be interested in cryptocurrency?
So at first, there are quite a lot of developers, blockchain develop, not that much, but still we have a lot of people who are working just for cryptocurrency. So basically they receive salary in crypto. And that itself is like kind of a good thing if some other restaurants or some other businesses accept crypto, because they can spend it without going through the bank or through local exchange, like exchanging it into cash, right? So the second issue is that the situation in Ukraine, the economical situation is not that good. So the previous 2 years were the worst, I guess. We had about 50 to 70 banks closed, and that was not a good thing at all. So a lot of people, they never trusted banks, and after that, those 2 years, like they didn't really wanted to put their money into banks, so they started to follow and to look to some other routes where they can put their money, right? So in US, you probably have some stock exchange or some other stuff. We don't have those options, right? So the only thing that we don't even have PayPal, like
Wow.
really.
Yeah,
So
that would definitely make a
yeah,
need for a digital solution.
yeah. So Bitcoin and Dash and other cryptocurrencies is the best solution for us, because like, why not? We don't have other options. And the third really important issue is that we have one of the strongest IT specialists in the globe. So you probably may not even know that fact, but the first ISIC for Bitcoin was produced here, manufactured in Ukraine.
Very nice. So that's a big claim to fame in the cryptocurrency world, I'm sure.
Yes, and plus, probably a big pool of Bitfury, right? So the guy who initiated all of that is from Ukraine. And so that is kind of cool as well. And we have a lot of different other projects that are related to blockchain. And so here specifically in Ukraine, so that proves that, like, yeah, our community is growing, and like Dash will be a good benefit for that as well.
Yes, I've noticed how that works. It's interesting how there are certain islands of crypto groups around the world, and sometimes there's not a lot that makes sense from the outside of why there. I know, for example, Vienna and Austria in general is very strong for Dash, and then obviously where I live, this part. But then you have places like Italy and Portugal, for example, that I haven't heard pretty much anything from there. So it's interesting how that works. There's been a lot of talk and speculation about how cryptocurrency is going to be affected in Russia, right? For example, I remember over the last few years, there was talks of bans. Oh, it's going to be illegal. You get thrown in jail for using it. And then there was talks of legalizing it. And then you have Vladimir Putin meeting with Vitalik Buterin and all that. And then talks of sort of a state crypto melding. And what's the perspective on all that from Ukraine? I know it's probably got to be a different perspective, but it's still close enough that you can probably get some insights. What's the attitude towards crypto? Is it something that's a dark kind of unofficial, permanently unofficial kind of thing? Is it something that's going to probably be joined with government at some point, or is it just a new system to sort of free from the old system?
Actually, probably the vast majority of people know that Ukraine is famous for corruption. So blockchain is kind of ideal for that. And so a lot of people that work with government, they really are into blockchain, and a lot of people from the government, they know what it means, they know what cryptocurrency is. A lot of deputies here in Ukraine have like close to 10,000 of bitcoins, so that's kind of not a small amount. And from this standpoint, that we've talked with National Bank of Ukraine and some other governmental institutions, so we've seen that they're really positive about cryptocurrency. And there is even a project called Crypto Hryvnia. We will probably integrate with that as well. So like, a lot of stuff, actually, good stuff will come from the government. Maybe not the best, but we are really seeing what will happen in September. So that will be the major milestone for us in Ukraine. So if it's going to be some positive stuff, it's going to be good. If some negative, so we will have to adjust.
Well, sounds good. I hope, hold high hopes that it'll be positive because of the strength of the community. Hopefully, the powers that be will see that that's the way it's going and to not stand in its way. Well, thank you very much for talking to me today. It's been very interesting and enlightening, and I hope a lot more people in the crypto universe will pay attention to the Dash community in Ukraine, because it seems like you guys are doing a lot of good things.
Yeah, actually, our company, Crypto Group, we are working with various types of payments. It's not only cryptocurrency. We have also another project, CoinPay, which is allowing to send to pay with a messenger in Facebook. So it's kind of cool system. And also we want to integrate, we are planning to integrate Dash into a really cool project. It's called Flux. So it's going to be a decentralized esports platform. So they really need some good, fast blockchain. So Dash will be really cool.
Yes, definitely.
The best blockchain, yeah, because with instant send, yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Yes, sounds like you're working on exciting things. Well, make sure to keep us all informed about that. We're definitely always looking for good stories of success around the world, and it seems like this is a very good one.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great day.